I think the biggest thing right now is just to really sit down and just be honest with each other. So the sooner the better. I think that right now there's so much frenzy going on. Everybody's under an extra amount of stress, and it's really easy to fall into just kind of like coping mode. Like you're just doing the best you can, getting through day by day. But if you can schedule even just 20 minutes to sit down with your partner and just say, okay, what are the little things we can do to support each other? Like, do you need 20 minutes in the morning to yourself? Do I need it, in the afternoon? And just make a couple of agreements with each other and then try it for a week and revisit. So don't overwhelm yourself with like a million systems you have to do, but agree on like what are those top two or three things you can do to be supportive of each other during this time, whether that's working at shifts or whether that's, making sure that you take turns so that each person gets a little time for self-care, but just committing to like probably two things at a time and then trying it for a few days and see how it goes.
I like that trying it because I think that's one of the things that's tough right now is nobody knows how long all of this is going to last. So to try and think about doing duration is hard. So I like that idea of like try it for a few days, readjust, try it for a few days, readjust. That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you put a new system in place, every family's different. That's what it comes down to. So there are things I can tell you that work for a lot of people, but I can't know your work situation or the age
Mhm.
of your children or all those details. And so you kind of have to put your minds together and just, yeah, give it a trial period and see what happens and be willing. Like right now, I mean, I encourage this for families anyway, but a weekly family meeting where you sit down, even if your kids aren't old enough, just the two parents together, sit down and check in and say, hey, what worked this week and what didn't work, and how can we adjust in the week going forward? I think right now more than ever, that kind of communication is really valuable.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about that is it's a weird thing because a lot of us aren't used to working in the same space with our spouse all the time. And so it makes sense. You might think, oh, we're together all the time, so we don't need to be doing those kind of things. But I guess that leaves a lot of room for miscommunication, for resentment, for all sorts of different things to happen, for passive aggressive behavior, whatever it is. But it makes sense. Even though you're physically together more, you need to keep up the communication part of it.
Yeah, possibly more than ever, right?